Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out, we returned to the United Kingdom and I took a journey from Liverpool to Glasgow as the sun set. So we arrived in Glasgow just after sunset, about an hour after sunset, although I think in the game it only was about 45 minutes after sunset. But nevertheless, we did have a nice journey up the M6 and then the M74 over to Glasgow. Now, in today's video, and perhaps in the next video, this is probably going to be a two-parter given the length of it, I'm thinking of taking some petrol from Glasgow to Norwich. Since I keep calling this petrol when it clearly is, well, this is not petrol, thought it might be a good idea that I actually do send something over from Glasgow to Norwich. So it looks like, for me to be able to get to Norwich, it looks like I'm going to be going back down the A74, then onto the M6, all the way down the M6 to junction 1, which is the junction with the M1, crossing over the M1, jumping onto the A14, going past Northampton, the Northampton area, going past, what's that? That's the A14, so that must be Cambridge, right? This one here. Yes, so we'll be going past Cambridge, around Cambridge, probably following the A14 all the way, and then actually, say following the A14, that then looks like that is going to be the A11 up into Norwich. So that is today's journey, or today and next week's journey, depending on how long this takes. Not much else to say, let's get going. Now, off camera, I have gone ahead and serviced my truck. It cost £663, I believe. So that is going to be my service costs for the, well, actually for the last few runs, because I've not serviced my truck in a little while. Now, I really should be trying to be a little bit more careful with my driving, but it isn't happening. The thing is, there is still I think I still have not quite got my style of driving down for Euro Truck Simulator. It's still a little bit all over the place, I guess. I was really hoping you wouldn't turn green that quickly. I should have just rolled up. It's early morning, there isn't any traffic because I'm recording this straight after the last one, so full lights on, yes it is. Now that is probably going to end up turning red on me. Oh no, it stayed green. It stayed green. Great. Oh, and then it just turned, I just saw the amber. And we are going back to exactly where we left off, actually. That looks pretty simple. And is what we dropped off still there? No. Looks like in the middle of the night somebody took it. Let's go ahead and pick up our petrol. Right. Unfortunately, once again, we cannot change our cargo livery, which is a real shame. Would have been lovely to take something else. Although the stripe on that, it's just that I've never seen Teb oil in the UK ever. I just do not know what that is. So that's something to just bear in mind. I've never seen Teb oil, although it does match my truck fairly nicely. I've messed up the connection here, I think. No, it's just about right. There we go. I mean, the colour does sort of match my truck. A screenshot right here? I think screenshot's right here. Nice and quick. Again, I'm sort of losing the interest. I say losing the interest, it isn't really losing interest. I just find that in Euro Truck Simulator needs to perhaps improve its screenshots, its photo mode, just like I mentioned last time. It just needs to improve its photo mode a little, and then that would be quite good. Right, off we go. I will be needing to fill up fuel. There's no way this tank is going to get me to Norwich. Also, I need to realign. There we go. Actually, that tank might get me to Norwich. It's alright though, because I know my way around the service stations. Now, I actually am going to do something slightly longer. I'm actually going to go this way. Because, as I said, I want to unlock another road. So I will be going this way and then turning off down this road. Come on, turn green, turn green, turn green, turn green, turn green. Thank you. And then I'll just roll, and then as soon as this food service one's gone past from South Lines, we just continue this way. Fourth. So hopefully everybody is enjoying their day today. At this point in time, I do believe that I think version 1.44 might be out by the time this video is coming out. I think version 1.44 should be out. Let's go that way. What is that building? I have not been to Glasgow in real life, so I am unfamiliar with some of the buildings. There we go. We'll continue this way, and there we go. Now it's redirected us. So I know this is just a recruitment agency, but I just want to get the collectible. There we go. And job done. And let's now go down. This is probably a road I should not be travelling down with a lorry, but there we go. This is definitely a Promods road. There is no doubt about it. This is a Promods road. And it just shows. It shows so well that this is a Promods road compared to that, which is more of a normal road. No, actually, that looks Promods as well, but this is definitely Promods. It's just the textures and everything about it just scream Promods. And you know what? Fuel. Might as well, whilst I'm here. There we go. Makes perfect sense. How much is the fuel going to cost me? £1.86 a litre? No, that's about right. That is the current fuel prices. £1.86 actually. I think it's a little bit cheaper than that now. £732. Oh, let's close the door. Put our seatbelt on. And get ourselves underway. Lights can go back on. And then back into first. Off we go. Looks clear. And that is the A82 to Inverness, not somewhere where I'm going. Although I know I said I wasn't going to take more photos, but this could be a really good photo opportunity. Maybe. Might be. I'm not too sure. This could be the only other one I take, really, but let's have a look. It's a bit lower. Yeah, doesn't that actually, yes, that is working quite nicely for me. With the sun like that. I have the sign for Inverness there as well. That's okay. Let's bring that focusing plane to the back. Make sure that the truck is fairly nicely in view or in focus all the way through, and take that as a screenshot. That could be right. That's the only other one I think I'm going to take. That will do. Into fourth. So I haven't checked the mass of this trailer. I should have done that, but I have not. Oops. And we are jumping here onto the A80. What is this junction? Alright, thank you. I've never seen... Okay. That feels like that's been done intentionally to slow things down. I mean in real life. Obviously in Euro Truck Simulator it's just trying to mimic real life. That, again, that looked very much Promods. That section anyway. Oh, I can stay in this lane here. That's great. Proper lane, proper junction here. Straight onto the M74, A74M, M74A, no, A74M. Nicely into 6th. City centre, Glasgow, Kilmarnock, Pressic Airport. No, thank you. Let's pull in behind this. Is that a... I would say that is that a Tesla, but it has exhaust pipes, so I have no idea what that was. But it's full tank of fuel. Off we go. Let's pop into a high gear for fuel efficiency. And back over. So what to talk about today? I'm just trying to think. So this is coming out quite a few weeks in the future from when I am recording this. What should I talk about? Just trying to think. What has been interesting that's been going on around the time I am recording this? Well, for starters, graphics card prices have now steadily been, over the past couple of months, dropping to a much more reasonable rate. I am actually considering purchasing an upgrade for my graphics card and selling my my 2070. Now my 2070 was a really good bargain when I purchased it. But the other thing to think about is the 40 series graphics cards. I tend to buy Nvidia, not AMD. That being said, 6800 XT I think is fantastic. Or is it 6700 XT? One of them, really good value for money. But yes, so do I wait for a 4000 series graphics card, or do I go for something like a 3070 Ti, or a 30, if I can find one at a really, or if I can find one at a really good price, a 3080 Ti? Is that something to be considering? Always liked those Mondeos. That's not a 21 reg, that's for sure. Those Mondeos went out of production in 2006. But yeah, do I wait for a 40 series? Because there are rumours that the 40 series is going to be extremely power hungry. Is that something I want? Do I want an extremely power hungry graphics card? The 2070 is doing perfectly fine, aside from in Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in Transports Fever 2, where it seems to, for some reason, it seems to be struggling in Transports Fever 2, and I cannot work out why. It does not seem to be a CPU bottleneck, it very much seems to be a GPU bottleneck. I'm not sure how a 2070 can be struggling so much in that title. So do I upgrade for those two? That was pretty hard on the brakes. Do I upgrade for those two? Perhaps that might work. Or do I just hold on until the 40 series and say, well, maybe the 40 series will be actually really good. Just wait for information. And then perhaps by waiting for the 40 series, there's the A75, this is now coming up to the M6. Yep, I believe this is about to be the M6 now. In waiting for the 40 series, I could very well manage to catch or get a really good deal on the 30 series if I decide, no wait, that's way too much power consumption. And again, I'm not really interested in, welcome to England, I'm not really interested in the top end graphics cards, 3080 Ti, 3090. I think the 3090 is more like the Titans and the Quadro cards, so I'm not sure that's really worth it for gaming at all. But titles like cards like the 80 series would be very much, is he letting me go? Yes he is. Would be very much appreciated in my system. I think my system would do really, really well with it, but again, is it worth it? Not changing lane there. A 3070 at the moment, I was looking at prices, they've gone down from well over £1,000 to, I think it was £1,000, they've come down quite a bit to sort of the likes of £600, £700 for the TIs, which is, I think, is getting a lot better on value. I still want to see a drop of about £100. I think that would be the bar that I'd look at and say, well, if it drops below that bar, then I think it might be worth purchase. Potentially. I'm not entirely sure. What are your thoughts on graphics cards and purchasing graphics cards? Is it worth it? Is it not? That's an old Audi. It's a really old Audi. 2003 A4? 2003 A6 maybe? Looks too small to be an A6. Although I am in a massive Scania, I mean pretty much everything looks small from here. So it's difficult to look in the mirrors. It's very difficult to look in the mirrors for these. Oh, everybody's slowing down to 50. That isn't the speed here. I just want to go to these places and just fix them in the editors. I am also still keeping an eye out for Eddie Stobart. Obviously we've had no Eddie Stobarts on the count for a long time. Stay in this lane as it's default ETS2, so it does the 2-lane, 3-lane thing. And once again, we're going to be going past Kendall in a moment. I think that is an A6. I think that BMW, is that a BMW? Is that an Alfa Romeo? Is it an Audi? Just looks, everything about it looks a bit weird. This is an Audi. It's a slow Audi. S5 perhaps? I'm not sure why they keep braking though. That is a bit concerning. Oh, more like, I think I should overtake that. A5. No, it has the it has the twin exhaust at the back. Then we've got the Mondeo. Is that the same Mondeo? Did they end up overtaking me or something? I'm not entirely sure. This is nice. Lorry carrying other cabs. Now the question is it being hauled by a Scania? So is it a Scania hauling a Scania, or is it not? It is, and they have beacons on. That's awesome. That is really awesome. So we have about 10 minutes left in this episode, and I think we should be able to get a fair distance. There goes the Audi. Oh, here we go again. There they go. Come into the lane, tap the brakes. Is that a Q3? Not sure. Anyway, back to graphics cards. Yes, the idea of, oh, come on, Smart. The idea of the 40 series graphics card sounds great, but is it something I really need? I'm not entirely sure. I do need to repaste my... I think I need to repaste my CPU. That much is for certain. It has been... Well, when did I build this machine? Just over 2 years ago? So it has been over 2 years, and generally, if you're hammering your machine pretty hard, which I do, you would want to repaste your CPU, and certainly my laptop CPU needs to be repasted as well. That is definitely an A4, although again with the twin exhaust, so it's a little bit strange. It could be an S4, certainly not an RS4, but that is the A4 body shape. The older ones, the Mark II A4s, which was actually the B4s, B6s in terms of their code, because they were the 5th or 6th generation, might be B5, of that body style. I'm not sure what happened just there. I just felt some feet. Is it this? I'm gonna try. No? I just felt some feedback on my wheel pushing me out, but that was strange. Yeah, so I need to repaste my laptop CPU die, and I need to do my PC. Not necessary, but I do need to do that also. That's a nice BMW M2, wrong colour. Nice car. I think they have the... Oh, it depends on which version of the M2 that is, because they'll either have the S55 engine, or they'll just have one of the just not an M engine in there, so, which is silly. But BMW did that, and then they decided, well, let's put the M3 and M4's engine in here. Again, I'm just going to go round this because it isn't 50 here, it's 60. Actually, 60 for me, 70 for everybody else, so I'll just safely meander my way around this and watch that M2 come past me on the inside, I guess. Where is it? If I get back in the lane, then you can overtake me in the middle lane. Job done. It's pretty simple, really. Right, let's see. It says that I should be there Sunday, so we're looking at being there for, well, on this day at about 7 PM, which is pretty good. Let's put some retardation in there. It's just there's very little feel, you see, with the wheel, which does make it a little bit easier to just accidentally, you know, push push wide or push too far. Annoyingly. This should all be... Oh yes, this is 70, sorry, it's 60 for me. I'm used to seeing the national speed limit sign and seeing that as 60, but yes, this is 70 for everybody else. 60 for trucks or lorries. Actually for trucks as well. And for cars towing a trailer. That too. M62, no, M6. M6, so M62 is one of the really... I think it's one of the world's highest motorway, Britain's highest motorway. Liverpool goes all the way across. Actually, no, that's the M56. M62 will then join up towards the M56, and the M56 goes all the way across, I think. Oh, now I'm not entirely sure. But I should really be looking for a place to stop. So we're looking for North Wales, Birmingham. Yes, let's continue in this direction. So what I'll do is next service station we will pull in. M56, that's the one. Yes, M56 is the one. So then you got it's showing towards Chester. Chester then has the A55. Chester is half in England, half in Wales, it seems. So right, next service station we pull in. Weird looking Mercedes lights. I always found the lights on that Mercedes strange. It's been a very peaceful journey thus far. Nothing crazy's happened. No road diversions, nothing like that. As I say this now, watch, M6 closed, tailbacks for 20 miles, which is not uncommon on roads like the M6 or the M1. It is not uncommon at all. Bit of a lull here. I can see some traffic coming up behind me, but aside from the traffic coming up behind me and now clearly overtaking me, not much going on. Just peaceful drive where I'm straying into the odd shoulder. Oh look, that's the that's M2, the green M2 that's just gone past and's going around the corner. Should we catch up to it? No, that's not. What is that car? I have no idea what that car is. It looked a bit like a new Ford Mondeo, but then the lights and the body shape looks wrong. The light sort of looks like it, but certainly not now. I suppose this is the area that it's saying it is around Birmingham. This is the M5 junction. Or coming up towards the M5 junction. Do we have the M5 in here? I'm not sure. But there is the next stop. I say the next stop. That's not really it's a petrol station. It's not really... Oh no, it is full-on services. Yep, we do have full-on services here, so I will be pulling in here to end the video. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, this is a... No, I'm not doing that. That isn't happening. That's not a proper service station. I will not be able to get back out onto the motorway safely on that. So, no, next services. Oh, here we go again. So I can get a little bit closer to this car to try and figure out what it is. A Kia? Is that a Kia Stinger? Might be a Kia Stinger. That's slowed down to below 40. Thank you for that. I know I am just in high gears, but that's okay. I also very much do not remember these high hills that almost look like mountains in this part of the map. But there we go. I will take this lane because I know it's going to want me out of the lane for Sheffield. So I think I know where we are, but it isn't quite. Oh, Eddie Stobart count for today. Just seen one. That is the first. And the M2's peeling off. Great. Goodbye, M2. It's been nice knowing you. And I'm still looking for a service station. What junction goes to car? Oh, that's the M5. Yep, that's the M5. Underneath. Yes. Doesn't quite work like this, but that's okay. Maybe I should just take the plunge, figure out how to make some of these and just do it. Start making a map of just the UK. Might pick up traction. Just shove it through Patreon. Although that would be difficult with everything else I'm doing, so maybe not. And next stop, gonna go past Birmingham. Don't want to go Birmingham. Can go past it. Did they say past or did they say past? Birmingham, I'm gonna go past it. No, it'd be past it. Yeah. So not that junction, and we'll peel in again. I think that might be the. It's supposed to be the A38M junction, Spaghetti Junction. That's not going to be Spaghetti Junction. Ah, here we go. This is more like it. Right, this is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. I'm just going to park up my truck about here. There we go. That's all from me. I'll see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2.